hopes for Giovanni's room is a space that functions much more like a mutual aid society rather than a cutthroat competitive workshop space or a space where we're very concerned with the market and with industry. I was unable to enter a formal MFA program as a result of monetary constraints and time constraints and to some degree romantic constraints. And so for me, an MFA program was replaced by grassroots writing community. That was how I came into writing. That was how I developed my voice as a writer. That was how I developed my discipline as a writer. And I didn't have to pay a cent to do it. Who I was very influenced by was my beloved friend Tatiana de la Tierra. She has since passed away, and Tatiana mentored me and always put the creation of community first. Words want to travel. And in order to send words on their journey, words need a launch pad, so to speak. Words need a boost. And to get those words out in the world, collective effort is much better than individual effort. A myth about writing that I would like to dispel is this widespread notion that writing is inherently cathartic and that writing about trauma, one's own trauma history, or the history of traumas within specific communities is inherently cathartic, that the writing itself functions as an exorcism. I think that myth does a lot of harm because it compels people to sit at a desk and begin plumbing their past and probing their past for stories to share, when doing so can not only open wounds but create new ones. This is something that racially minoritized people have to be especially cautious about, because we're often urged to write about trauma. And if we do choose to do that, I think that it's very important for us to practice not just self-care, but community-based care. How is it that we're going to hold one another and care for one another and provide support to one another, provide guidance, provide mentorship when it comes to that sort of writing about trauma? Because that kind of writing about trauma, I think, is something that we can survive, because then we survive trauma, and then we also have to survive the writing about the trauma. That is something that I think is best done collectively. That healing is done collectively. I want for Giovanni's room to be a space where we can dispel that myth, but also continue to write about trauma in ways that are authentic, in ways that are honest, and in ways that are socially responsible to ourselves, but also to our communities.